Welcome back. It is Wednesday, April 12th, and the MLB. Our three favorite picks are on the way. I'm Austin, joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday. Another winning day. We've been on a good streak. 2-1, we'll take it. Pirates didn't even need the runs, the +1.5. They went outright on a walk-off homer. Great call, Logan. We got to hit that nowhere in first inning again. That's 2 in a row. And I sold the sweep. Julio Rodriguez had the plate appearances, but did not get us a hit at all. Didn't get us a 2+ bases. But Logan, you had a great call in that game. Your Dinger Tuesday play was Eugenio Suarez, and he did it in the first inning. So great call. I know some people tailed you. I know you were tweeting it out. So that was awesome. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button down below. We do these videos every single day. Our parlay of the day was so close. Mike Trout needed to hit to cash that parlay. Hopefully today's will hit. You can check that out. Top link in the description. But Logan, let's get back to winning our winning ways. What you got for the people today?
Yeah, you mentioned that my Dinger Tuesday play yesterday. It was in this Mariners game, and I'm going back to that Mariners versus Cubs game where 1 million runs was scored. And I'm taking the Mariners on the money line, -108 on odds on FanDuel is currently your best value. Now, we have a pick'em today after a wild score fest yesterday. If you're looking at the books, look, I love pick'ems in baseball because it always helps me analyze where are all the squares thinking this one might go. And you know what? The Mariners were up 7-0 yesterday and choked hard to lose the game 14-9. That was an absolute wild game. I texted Austin. I was like, Mariners was free, I guess, today when they were up 7-0, and then I jinxed the hell out of them. So I won't be jinxing them today. And we should see another high-scoring game again today. Over-under is set, I think, to around 10. The wind is blowing out in Wrigley from what I saw in the forecast. And Marcus Stroman starts for the Cubs today. Now, if you look at Stroman, 2-0, 0.00 ERA, 0.92 whip. You know, guys, you're going to call me a hater on here, but the Stroman regression's coming. And I'm not being a hater. It's just inevitable. This is how baseball works. He's not going to keep a 0.00 ERA. It's just not going to happen, right? Last year, Stroman gave up 10 home runs in 12 home games. Look, it's not crazy to say Stroman is liable for some homers today. There's plenty of power bats in this Mariners lineup, right? Eugenio Suarez, who I picked yesterday to get a home run, he homered yesterday. J-Rod, who didn't homer yesterday, I guarantee you he gets 2+ bases today because, you know, that's the unfortunate business of this. Cal Raleigh, he's a big power bat. And even Ty France is liable for a home run. So he's got a really tough task today against this Mariners lineup that really does know how to get those extra base hits and homers. Over his career, Marcus Stroman can be a little erratic. Walks or missed pitch locations will provide this offense with plenty of run opportunities. I've seen it before. I didn't just start, waking up yesterday and covering baseball. I've seen both sides of Marcus Stroman. Good Marcus Stroman this year. He's really dialed in. His pitch locations are there. He's getting the swing and misses, which is what he wants. But I'm just saying he's liable at any time to revert back to the other side of Marcus Stroman that sometimes is a pinata and liable for the hits and runs. But on the other side, we've got Logan Gilbert, right? 3.6 ERA, 1.3 whip in 2 starts this year. Last time we backed Logan Gilbert, Mariners ended up winning in that one. Cubs are top 10 offense right now. I know they're really hot, and I know going against them is probably not going to be favorable to some of you. Their only deficiency, though, is walks drawn, 20th. Now, that's going to factor in today because I think Logan Gilbert will be able to get some of these Cubs hitters to chase. After scoring 14 yesterday, I imagine that Cubs offense will be aggressive once again today. If you look at their their offensive metrics, they're like top in the league, top 10, top 5 in the league. So they're one of those offenses that I think is, they're going to be aggressive today. And Logan Gilbert has those put away pitches to kind of capitalize on some of that aggression. 6 and 7 Ks in his 2 starts. These teams both have great, pitching options today. Where's the edge going to come? Because I think Gilbert's going to be able to hold it down. I'm not saying Stroman's going to go out and absolutely implode. So I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be, the edge is going to be in the bullpens. Seattle 11th in bullpen ERA. The Cubs 16th in bullpen ERA. Even though these do seem statistically close, I favor the Mariners bullpen by a decent margin. I think that's the difference today. And why do I say that? I've watched a ton of Mariners games. I've seen a lot of those bullpen arms for the Mariners, and they have some filthy stuff. Great put away pitches, ability to strike out these Cubs hitters, which, that's what you need against a really talented offense. I think Gilbert's going to give us enough length, and I think the bullpen's going to be able to keep whatever lead they are able to give Logan Gilbert. I'm taking the Mariners on the money line today. But Austin, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have a player prop today, but Logan, you're right. Julio Rodriguez is probably getting you a 1-0 lead, a leadoff homer on his first at bat. So hopefully he can treat your Mariners right. But today I'm not going to have a player prop. Not really anything stuck out to me, but maybe you can take a player prop for one of this team that I'm about to talk about. And my play is going to be the Guardians over 2.5 runs in the first five. It's the first five team total. It's plus 115 on DraftKings. Now, if you don't have DraftKings, I don't know if any other book posts lines similar to this, but I do have a couple pivots that I want to talk about first before you try to answer some of your guys' questions before I dive into why I like the Guardians today. I at least score 3 runs in the first 5 innings. Now, I also like the Guardians plus a half in the first 5. I think they have a chance to win the half outright, but I think they're going to keep this game close. But I didn't really want to trust their new starting pitcher. I don't think he's ever pitched in the MLB before, so don't really want to back him in case this is just a high-scoring game. They set this high over/under, but I also like the Guardians full game team total over/under at 4.5. And sometimes FanDuel will drop a line that's like a first 5 specific line where you get Guardians plus a half plus an over 4.5 for the team for the both teams. I think that's decent in the first 5. Now, let's talk about why I like this one. We also have a lot of early start games, so hopefully you're getting these picks locked in early. This one starts at 110. Now, let's talk about the over-under. Set to 9.5 in this game. They're clearly expecting runs, and I think you're going to see this Guardians team be able to put up some runs. Now, yesterday versus Garrett Cole, the Guardians, if you took the same bet, you were looking good after 1 inning. They scored 2 runs in the first. And yeah, no, they didn't score a single run the rest of the game, not just in the first 5. Hopefully they can at least duplicate that first inning performance, but also carry that momentum into the rest of the innings because they are not facing Garrett Cole today. They're facing Clark Schmidt. Now, Clark Schmidt, be honest, not looking too great this year. 9.45 ERA, 2.10 whip. In 2 starts this year, he's allowed 3 and 4 earned runs in 3 and a third innings pitched. So if you took this in both of his previous starts, you cashed out. Now, Schmidt obviously has to be a Yankee starter because Rodon's still down, although I think he's about to be coming back soon. And the Yankees need him out there. They really have no chance. I mean, they've seen 2 starts. They probably don't want to trot him out there, but their hands are tied. They got to put him out there. And this season, the Guardians, they have talented batters. They have guys like Steven Kwan, Jose Ramirez, Ahmed Rosario off to a slow start, still capable. And this is a team that is very good at bouncing back. Now, sure, Guardians have scored 2 and 3 runs the last 2 games, but they have scored 2 or less full game 4 times this season. In the 3 previous times, they went and bounced back for 9, 6, and 7 runs. Now, granted, that is for a full game, and we're not taking the full game team total over 4.5. I just feel like the first 5 is a little bit better for the Guardians team. I feel like they got to start early and often against Clark Schmidt. This Yankees bullpen is pretty solid. We've seen the Guardians have struggles to score after the bullpen comes in, too, for the series. So I look at a team like Schmidt and a guy like Schmidt, walked 3 batters in his most recent outing. Sometimes he doesn't locate and put the pitches where they should be. And this is the Guardians team's second most walks drawn this year. Guys like Kwan, Ramirez, Josh Bell, Miles Straw even. They've been drawing a lot of walks as a team that can get on base, make Clark Schmidt's life difficult. And also through 2 starts, Schmidt, first percentile in average exit velocity, first percentile in hard hit percentage. This is the Guardians team. They're almost dead last in terms of home runs. They only have 5 home runs this season. Yet Schmidt has given up some hard hit balls. I think the wind might be blowing out of the stadium. If you can get the Guardians hitting some home runs, I think this should be a no sweat bet. In fact, we're getting it at plus 115. I think it's pretty decent odds for the Guardians, a team that always has annoying guys on base, always guys that are capable of stealing bases too, manufacturing those runs. I think they bounce back today. Maybe even win this game outright. I don't care how they get it done. I just need 3 runs in the first 5 innings. So that's my pick of the day. Guardians over 2.5 first 5 team total plus 115 on DraftKings. Hopefully the Guardians can come through. But Logan, I believe you know what time it is. The music is starting right now. We're waving the flags. Nerfy Nation, hey, we're back. We've hit 2 in a row. Can we hit 3 in a row today? We've rode with the Marlins and Phillies twice. And honestly, Logan, I don't know how we go away from it. So we're going back to where we've been cashing out. Marlins and Phillies, we're taking the no-run first inning, minus 115 on FanDuel. Now, some could argue, well, there's no chance they go and hit 3 Nerfies in a row. But hey, I've seen crazier things, and I really like the pitching matchup we got today. Now, for starters, we got everyone, and Logan can talk about this. Everyone is on the over in this game in terms of 8. So there's like 90% of the money is on the or of the bets are on the over. Not saying that that's a free winner, but I'll let you know maybe one of the parlay legs probably is the under. But let's talk about Zach Wheeler, who's going to start for Philadelphia. Now, it's been hit or miss this season. He is 1-1 on no-run first innings. We have talked about the Marlins before. They are tied for first inning in runs. Yesterday, we had to sweat out the Marlins. In fact, both of these first innings, we've had to sweat out the Marlins. The Phillies have done their job in the bottom of the inning. I think we'll see Wheeler come in here. He has good success against this Marlins batters, and we've seen this Marlins team putting up too many runs recently. I think they'll do a game where they just absolutely just don't even hit the ball. They don't even get close. So I think Wheeler can come in here, do his thing. He's at home where he's pitched notoriously pretty well. Wheeler, get us those first 3 outs. Who's on the other side for us, Logan?
Take us home, Edward Cabrera, right? You know, Cabrera's going to start for the Marlins today. He's 2-0 on Nerfies this season, which you like to see. He's going to, you know, have his hands full with this talented Phillies top of the order. We know that, right? You know, the Schwarbers, the Trey Turners, you know, the JT Realmuto. Philly tied for last in first inning runs. The Phillies get the runs up on the board. It just takes them a while. And, you know, some teams are just like that. And now what's the potential danger for Edward Cabrera? Because he's a good pitcher for sure. But it's the walks, right? You know, I've watched enough of him this year already to say, yeah, the walks have creeped into his game. Well, good news for us. Phillies have drawn the third fewest walks this season. So I'm just saying sometimes those Phillies hitters can be really aggressive, and especially they do want to start well early. I think they could lead to some, you know, first pitch fly balls like we saw yesterday. And that's honestly the pathway to victory. As you mentioned, Austin, the over-under set to 8. Everyone and their mother has, as I've looked at, has been on the over. So I'm just saying, maybe we get a favorable under here. Maybe no runs are scored in the first inning. And Nerfy Nation, let's make it 3 in a row, all in the same game. Let's fly those flags again.
Hey, that's what we need. We need to hit 3 in a row. I don't think Logan will be on the stream today, but you better believe I'll be out here 3:55 p.m. Eastern time, sweating out the nowhere in first inning. I think it might actually be our latest play. So hopefully, yeah, we'll have the Mariners, we'll have the Guardians, we'll know how those guys went. So that could determine hopefully a 3-0 sweep. Let's go get it today. Our parlay of the day, top link in the description. Let's fly the flags. So have a great day. See you guys back in same time, same place tomorrow morning. Peace out.